Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Once upon a time in the city of Belfast, there lived a boy named Terry with a Y.
I saw the light, I saw the light.
And everything in Terry's garden was rosy.
No more night. Now I'm
well, nearly everything.
Beanie lovers! Call me bastard! My dad's not a communist, he's a socialist.
And then Terry was Terry with an eye.
Is he going to be blinded?
Going to be blinded. But we mean a glass eye. He's just going to see things differently.
Then like the blind man that God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw
What a fucking nightmare. Mind you your language.
And they call this a revolution.
Some people did call it a revolution. Some people called it the Troubles, an equally useless word. I'd been going out in this town since I was 15. I saw Roy Orbison at the Ritz. I saw the Rolling Stones at the Ulster Hall. I saw Dylan. I saw Hendrix. I saw The Who, The Animals. I saw The Kinks. I saw everyone. Everyone who came to Belfast, that is. And everyone did come. Until they stopped coming.
Here.
Stop, we said 10.
10 for the whole night. That's you finished.
Why?
Why? Look around you. Nobody wants to go out anymore.
She does.
Judgment has come and mercy has gone.
A proper record collection should have a track for every moment.
Past.
And this was the moment for the Shangri-Las.
Well, now let me tell you about the past. Past is filled with silent joys and broken.
You hearing your own?
Just out for a walk and heard the music. Thought I'd come in and see if it was as lively as it sounded.
It wasn't always like this. There were nights you had to queue here just to get in the guest list.
I don't mean to be cheeky, but you don't look like a man with that many friends.
You want to know the truth of it? I used to have lots of friends.
Go out with you?
Lots of anarchist friends and Marxist friends and socialist friends and pacifist friends and feminist friends.
I like
and
to dance.
friends who were fuck all.
Of course. Take a walk along the beach tonight. Don't try to touch me.
And then the first shot was fired.
Don't try to touch me.
The first bomb exploded. And suddenly I didn't have any more Marxist or feminist or anarchist friends.
Again.
I just had Catholic friends and Protestant friends.
Shall we dance?
And I don't consider myself either. So
So now nobody likes you.
So now I'm just a bit more choosy about my friends. Anyway, you're one to talk. Where's your guy?
They don't like dancing as much as I do.
Maybe somewhere.
Have you a pen?
I'm an English student. It's compulsory.
You know, I used to sing. A tisket, tasket.
Stick your name at the top of that.
I'm all packed up and I'm on my way. I'm gonna fall in love. But at the moment, it doesn't look good.
Are you Martian?
Stuff it is Ruth. R-U-T-H.
Well, R-U-T-H. Congratulations. You're the first name on my new guest list.
Do you want to come back to my mum and dad's?
No. Do you want to go back to my mum and dad's?
No.
They say when you marry your partner's friends too. Eric told Ruth she'd got the arse end of that deal. She laughed. I don't think he was joking. Eric and I had been comrades since our teens. It was one of those special bonds. Part pharmaceutical, part philosophical. See, what baffles me, Jamaica and Belfast have got so much in common. Cops and soldiers giving people grief day in, day out. Armed gangs wandering the streets, murdering people for fuck all. Only they've got reggae. And what have we got? Shite. Utter shite. We stood side by side against the dark forces on our streets. Especially the ones who used to be our friends.
Marty? Ned?
Forgotten about those?
No kidding.
Does it not get lonely being the last man standing?
Do your feet a favour. Take him out dancing like he used to.
See you around.
Fucking hope not.
Ruth's friends now. David Marilyn, dead on people. People you could talk to. Tell you another thing I hate. That word, communities. Whenever anybody in Northern Ireland says community, what they're really saying is side.
You're dead right. It's false consciousness.
Whereas collective.
People of all religions and none working to a common end.
What about your feet there, Dave?
Terry.
Don't tell me. It's Hank Williams' birthday. Roy Rogers' desperate dance.
Nice hat, Eric. Sorry. These are your clothes.
These are my clothes. All those are my records.
Where do you want them?
Back room for now.
All of them.
Terry. Just came round to tell you I'm clearing off to London for a while.
Don't take it so hard. You're still special.
Got lifted the other night. A couple of our old anti-war pals were there.
That fucker Marty?
The other crowd. Except, of course, they're all a bit more pro-war these days.
Fuck me.
Told me I was lucky it wasn't a bullet.
For what, dealing a bit of blow?
The drugs. It's me. It's you, Terry. They let on like they're rebels. But we show them up to be just cops and balaclavas. They want us off the streets.
You are everything to me.
I settle for being the most important.
And who could argue with that? It was so simple. Swap rings, get a mortgage, normal life. I forgot, though, where we were living and what was passing for normality.
Just leave him. Get in, will you?
Terry, you say you knew this fella?
From the 60s. He was a prick back then, and he's a prick now. Only now, he's a prick with a gun.
Do you think maybe it's time we got out of here?
That's what they expect. That's what they want.
Terry?
Say that again?
I want to open a record shop.
On Great Victoria Street. Bomb Alley.
You'll have to use a bit of imagination. So, whole food shop down here. I'll have the people's printing press on the top floor, and your shop here in the middle.
Fucking brilliant!
Do you know how long it's been since I had someone in here telling me he wanted to open something? I don't suppose you've any collateral.
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
These people won the Nobel Prize, Dave. £1 million to promote peace and love in Northern Ireland. I is bringing reggae to the people of Belfast.
Good luck.
Try to do my very best, but all my girl gives me
One love.
happiness. I'm just an outcast. Don't know how long I'm going to last. Lord, when will it be over? Baby, come on and help me discover.
Fucking hippies.
It's thought that these 10 became targets for revenge following the shooting dead of 3 Roman Catholics from the same area in a bar on Saturday night. Following the murders, the mother of one of the victims appealed for no retaliation, but despite that appeal, retaliation was swift. Politicians across the divide have expressed their condemnation.
What's that?
I got a job.
Truant officer.
Don't say anything.
You haven't anything a bit more substantial?
You mean like a house? It was pretty straightforward. The 40 quid swung it. But here, I might be home a bit late. I have a wee problem to sort out first. Marnie? Terry Hooley.
Jesse James and Frank James and Billy Kid and all the rest. Supposed to be some bad cats now out in the West. If those cats could have dug me and my gangster ways, they would have hung up their guns, child, and made it to the grave. 'Cause I'm a gangster of love. of love. Now, when I walk in a bar, girls from
There were people in our town who shot people because of their religion. There were people in our town who shot people because of their politics. Or because of something they'd said. Or something someone said they'd said. There were people who shot people to make sure their guns were working right.
Why doesn't everybody sit down?
Some of those people were sitting in the bar when I walked in. And some more of them had walked in behind me.
You know the old saying about the devil and the long spoon? Thought for a bunch of cunts like you, a few LPs ought to do the trick. Well, don't all dive in at once.
Sticking it.
Right, now everybody happy? Okay, now, can I ask you something in return? See, when the shop opens, there's to be no coming round looking a donation for the Republican prisoners or the Loyal Orange Widows. Oh, and another thing, there's to be no trying to kill me. Anybody. Nah, what about one for the road?
That was some performance there, son.
I try my best.
Mm-hmm. You see them ones there, you don't need to worry about them. Even the crazies remember a time before it was like this. It's the ones coming up behind that you need to look out for. It'll take more than a few LPs to buy them off.
You underestimate my record collection.
Hmm? Yeah, right.
Actually open? I we're open.
What's your name?
Hogwash.
Hogwash, get that down.
I'm a little tin soldier that wants to jump into your fire. You are a look in your eye, a dream.
I was sure there were people like us around. They'd just fallen down the cracks. But we had reggae on our side, and country, and folk, and blues and rockabilly, and every kind of crazy, brave and beautiful record on our shelves. It was only a matter of time before we smoked them out.
Great choice. Too many saviors on my cross.
It'll be wasted on him anyhow, Terry.
You're probably right.
That's right, Missy. If you got any gates, I said if you got any gates, you'll boycott the place. Right. Don't let the name fool you.
Good vibrations. Naked capitalism is what it is.
Fuck's sake, Dad.
Hey, boys.
Just the one today, Terry.
Ah, pugwash. Beehives and teenage suicide. We obviously share the same taste in women. £3.
Have you orgasmatic?
Think you've got the wrong shop.
Buzzcocks.
Definitely
Fuck
the wrong
off.
shop. What?
If you don't want to fuck me, fuck off. The electric chairs. I thought this was supposed to be a record shop.
A lot of them.
Now, there you go. Hot off the press.
Here, stick that up for us.
Gig? Who's putting this on?
What?
And those records. Why are you hearing all this stuff?
Peel.
John Peel? Last time I heard he was playing Pink Floyd. Sorry, boys.
If I'd known you were going to drag me down here, I'd never have printed that thing. You know they use the pound as a morgue on Bloody Friday?
Fuck's sake, Dave.
There'd be nobody there.
Ah, yes, the Royal Ulster Constabulary. The boys in bottle green. We had a bit of history, them and they.
You see, if we find so much as 2 cigarette papers in the same room, it will be an ex-record shop.
Of course, they had some serious shit to be dealing with out in the streets of Belfast. You'd have thought their hands would have been full.
Hey, Pinky, that your own hair? Let's see some ID, love. What age are you?
18.
Mm-hmm. What's your name?
Excuse me, officer. I'd like to report a civil war outside.
Step away. Right,
No. You take your time. The shootings, the bombings, the intimidation, that can all wait while you smell her breath to see if she's been drinking.
Right, you three, stay where you are. That's for you. I've warned you once already. Step away. Right, so...
We hate the cops. We hate the cops.
Policy! but you drove us on too far. You've got so many friends, they'll see you in the end. Big time, you ain't no friend of mine. Big time, you ain't no friend of mine. You've always got some money, but you never buy the drinks. You're always dressed so slick and neat. Everybody thinks, big time, you ain't no friend of mine. 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 Just big, big time. Just big, big time.
You might be needing this.
Didn't know what hit him.
Boys, where have you been all my life?
Do we know you?
Terry Healy, I run a record shop and that big time song. Big time, you ain't no friend. I want that in my shop.
You can want all you like.
You mean you haven't recorded it?
Recorded it, aye. Who's gonna come to Belfast to sign us?
It's just the way it is. We don't care.
Fuck's sake, raise your expectations. I'll do it. I'll put it out.
You're pissed.
So what? I'll put that record out.
How?
I don't know. How hard can it be?
Whatever you think, mate.
I'll be in touch next week, fellas. You're making a record.
You can't just go charging into something like that. Anyway, we're meant to be a collective.
We are. You're pinning the sleeves.
Here, will you record us too?
I'm not that fucking pissed. You'll never believe what I've just seen. These kids, they don't give a shit. You have to hear them.
No. What time is it?
I don't know, 4 o'clock. You have to hear them. Everybody has to hear them.
Right. Have you still your shoes on?
Everybody.
I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. I'm so happy, no sorrow inside.
I finally understood what converted Peel from Pink Floyd and all that prog rock shit. John Peel, greatest radio DJ of all time. He got what it was all about. The revolutionary power of the 7-inch single. That's why all the big companies that tell you there's a secret to making them. Come on, it'll be brilliant.
Okay.
Are you the owner?
He just nipped out.
I phoned earlier, Terry Healy. So when can you fit us in?
I don't know. We're pretty busy.
Are you joking me?
We have a couple of flute bands coming in next week and a jingle for cheese and onion crisps.
Is that what you had in mind when you started up? Flute bands and crisp commercials?
Times we live in. You have to put the dinner on the table somehow.
What about your rock and roll soul? How do you feed that?
I can give you an hour Tuesday after next. 10 okay?
In the morning? Come on. We're music people.
Zoot Sims, Dreams. This brings back memories.
Amazing, isn't it? Bit of cardboard and some pressed plastic. All that magic. 14p.
14p to buy.
14p to make yourself. That's recording. Wall of Sound production values. Top of the range pressing facilities. And the sleeves are taken care of.
14p.
And we're selling for 50p.
How many were you thinking of doing?
3,000. Trust me. Up your holy am I.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to me, am I? I'm Polydor.
I know it up their hole anyway. We made it. We cracked the code. We did it without them. We'd made the records. Now all we had to do was convince 3,000 people to buy them. It was Northern Ireland. Some resistance was to be expected. There was still a circuit of sorts. I know what you're thinking, but don't be fooled by the collars and the sideburns. These guys had balls. This guy ended up in Thin Lizzy. This guy ended up in Wings. These guys... You're barred.
You can't bar us. We've never even been in here before.
Well, forgive me, Lip, you're definitely barred now.
I know people. I could have you shot.
I know the same people you know. I could have you sent to bed without your supper.
You're laughing now, but I swear to fuck, sooner or later, I'm gonna get you.
Right, back to business.
What, them squirrely looking bastards you see glue sniffing in Corn Market? Doesn't punk mean fruit? Anyway, I don't want that kind of carry on here. And they all have their own place. They've got that shite hole the pound.
One night a week. They need a place to call their own. Better stage than a pound and all. Money does this place holding a good night?
How the fuck would I remember?
I can't, by 200. Some of these kids are only way. I'd say 250 once the word spreads. 3 or 4 nights a week.
what this place is starting to remind me of? It's sound. Pass us the salt there.
Please.
Please.
This is lovely.
Oh, the potatoes are George's own. You should get him to take you around the garden after dinner.
So you're a shop owner and a record company boss now, are you?
How's your work going?
Break your heart, some of those estates. These kids in their teens have already given up.
This is the same lad that used to march round the town with me shouting, "Property is theft. Property is theft."
Catch yourself on, Dad. It's not like you think. All I've promised these kids is to get them heard. I've sent the record out to every record company in London.
And
I'm still waiting on them getting back to me.
of course you are. It's the most rotten industry there is. Bribes, payola, cartels. Get involved in that. You'll either end up a crook or you'll go broke.
I'll never be a crook.
It's the parents need the talking to, isn't it? Not the kids. The kids will only go as far as they're let.
Actually, I'm taking a couple of groups out on the road next month.
What?
Just a few dates. It's just to let people see what's going on here.
Are you sure it's wise driving a van around this country at night? What about those poor fellas that got murdered?
Oh, don't talk to him. He's an impresario. The Lou Grade of Great Victoria Street.
How many elections is it you've lost anyway? 10? Did it ever occur to you there might be more than one alternative?
Or gravy? Anyone?
Watch your step, lads. Are these the Rudy Roadies? Meet your new label, mates.
You've changed your tune?
Well, I'll have grown old waiting on them changing theirs.
Anyone else coming on this tour?
Tearjockers.
Can we come?
These two.
Let's go.
Come on, Uncle Terry.
Cheeky bastards. Wait, does anybody know how to drive this fucking thing?
What are your fucking scores? You can't ask us to drive. Where the fuck are we? We're on the road to Damascus. Hello, Damascus. We're ready.
People keep handing me these fucking things.
They wouldn't be doing that if they would happen the big time. Oh, it didn't happen.
Hasn't happened yet. Still waiting on calls from London. Maybe when we get back, will you see? I don't know where half of them came from.
Everybody out of the fucking van! Out, out, out! Everybody I said out. Fucking out!
Hands up! Put your hands up! Search them, lad.
What the fuck have we here, eh? A fucking scarecrow convention?
Listen, fellas, we've just been playing a few dates. We're on our way back home to Belfast.
Oh, yeah? And where are you all from in Belfast?
East, west, east, south, south, north.
Hey, are you taking a mick? Mick? You're telling me some of these fuckers are Protestant and some of them are Catholic?
Never occurred to me to ask.
You ever think of setting up a political party?
You don't want to know what I think of political parties.
You don't know what we do either. All right, let them back on their bus.
Right, boys, back on board. Jesus.
Yeah, getting reports on the radio. You might want to watch yourselves going west into Belfast and north. Bit of trouble in the east as well.
What about the south?
Well, you should be okay if you get going now.
Any calls while I was away?
Nothing.
What's it take to get noticed by these wankers? Don't fucking start.
Well?
Dear Mr. Hooley, go fuck yourself. Again. I thought making the record was supposed to be the hard part.
It's Belfast.
No, it's London. Might as well be the moon.
Look, Terry, you've still got the shop. Maybe it's time to let this go.
Maybe. He's looking for something?
Aye. You? Billy here sent you a tape ages ago. Undertones. I'm having heard a thing.
I've a shop to run. I'm a busy man.
Have you listened to it yet? Great. We track all the way down here from Derry, and you haven't even listened to it.
I didn't say that, Jesus, you dirty ones.
So did you like it?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad? Right, there's no way that you've listened to it then. Because every song on that tape's a hit.
It's too early in the morning for this shit. Where's my fags? Have you any fags? Call yourselves punks. Have you any fags?
I smoke them on the bus.
Steer the ship while I'm away, pugwash.
Still think you're bluffing.
Bluffing? Does your ma still dress you? Like, the thing is, what do you say your name was?
Fergal. Fergal Sharkey.
Fergal, the thing is, Good Vibrations isn't really a proper label.
If we don't get a record out soon, it'll be too late. We're breaking up.
And I don't lay that on me. Look, all I wanted was to open a record
Yeah,
shop.
but you better Rudy.
I know, but
And the Outcasts.
I'm a little intellectual, someone who knows it all. I could be in some special. You'd be my moon at all, my doll. My
here. It's echo, echo, echo.
Hard going. Never been in a proper studio till 2 hours ago. And now they're all Phil Spector.
So what do you think? Are we just gonna cut our losses here?
Cut our losses? You didn't hear the track before this one? That's the best thing I ever recorded. The best thing anyone in this city ever recorded.
Stop staring at us like that. You mad one-eyed bastard.
Thank you all for answering the call. Right, now, you watching? You line the record up with the top edge like this. Then fold along the bottom line like this. Then fold down here and fold down here. And there you have it. Magic. Again, here, 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 and here. Right? Now let's get started.
I think you've enough in there.
Just in case.
Calm. You'll be grand.
I'm glad you think so.
They'll never have met anyone like you. No, I hadn't. Still haven't.
I just don't want to give them any excuse.
You won't. Gotta get on to work.
Ruth was right. It was only London. And what's London ever given us? Apart from Ray Davies, and Joe Meek, and John Lydon, and The Clash, and fuck Abbey Road. Holy fuck.
I know. Amazing how far a bit of charm and labyrinthine narcotics connections will get a young man.
Have you had a lot of dealings with the music people?
Fuck's sake, Terry. That's like asking a vet if he's had his hand up a cow's arse. Hey, something to help you on your way.
Better not. Can't afford to fuck us up.
You'll fuck it up if you're too tense. You need to go in there like you mean it.
Good point.
Where are the guns?
Sorry?
The guns, the bombs, the tanks.
Tanks?
The rage. I get told, here's a punk band from Belfast.
Derry!
I think, great. No more pissing around. This is going to be darkness. Proper darkness. And then I get this. Nihilism. If anything, sounds like they're having too good a time.
There are no oil paintings, are they? Do they have any good-looking friends? And we love it when bands sing in regional accents. But could they not pick another region?
It's shit.
Shit.
Yes, shit.
It's not shit.
Yes, it is.
Isn't.
Is.
It's not.
Is.
No. This is shit!
Cabby, get security up here now!
This one, this is shit! And this one, this really is fucking shit! Shit! Fascist pigs! Nazi fucking bastards! Here. Take it. What is wrong with you people? There's not one person in this city who recognizes genius when it's handed to them.
It's just that all packages have to be signed in. Security.
It's a piece of vinyl.
New regulations.
But can you not just sign for it?
I'm afraid not.
I've come all the way over from Belfast, and to tell you the truth, I fucked up a bit today.
Sorry.
Please.
No.
Terry? Terry Hooley? I don't believe it. Me neither.
Is this man a friend of yours?
I was doing a story in Belfast at New Year and wandered into his record shop. He had a 13th Floor Elevators album.
Easter everywhere. International artists deleted it after the year it was released.
I'd searched all over London for it. What are you doing here?
So yes, that's one from the Temple City Kazoo Orchestra, which I'm dedicating to anyone with a dog or who is feeling down. This is BBC Radio 1, the John Peel Radio.
I can't listen to this.
It's only been 4 nights.
It's my fault. I should have run up those stairs and handed it over myself. Would have been worth being arrested.
Did it ever occur to you? Maybe listening to that.
Get all of this stuff out of the morning papers, incidentally. Isn't that the best thing you've ever heard? It's so good, I'm going to do something I've never done before.
A teenage dream's so hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street, another girl in the neighborhood. Wish she was mine, she looks so good. I wanna hold her tight. Yeah, teenage kicks right through the night. I'm gonna call her on the telephone.
Dave! I know it's been fantastic. Twice in a row.
I need excitement, oh, I need it. Fucking bitch! I wanna hold her tight. Yeah, teenage kicks right through the night.
London. Terry, the fella's hanging on here.
Tell him if he wants to talk to me. He can come over here and do it.
Seymour Stein was knocked out by kicks.
Kicks?
Turned to me straight away and said, I want that band. That's how he was with the Ramones. I want that band.
Well, I tell you, Paul, you don't have to sell Seymour Stein to me. This is the man the Shangri-La's phoned when they wanted to go back into the studio.
You know, that all came to nothing.
But still, they called them the Shangri-La's.
Seymour! I've got the band here. I'm passing you over to...
Mickey.
Mickey.
How are you, Mr. Stein? Aye, Paul told us about the offer. Well, tell you the truth, would be looking a bit more. What? How much more? A lot more. Same as the rich kids got from EMI.
Should you not been advising us?
You boys should be advising me.
I thought for a moment back there the whole thing was off. Never seen him quite so angry.
Well, you got your band, didn't you?
What about you, Terry?
What about me?
Well, you recorded Kicks. It's on your label.
You've got the wrong idea about me, Paul. People who wouldn't piss on me when I was hauling the record around London have been calling me up, offering me £20,000 for it. Told them all to fuck off.
20,000? No, we can talk about this later.
You can talk about it now. Getty's as much a part of Good Vibrations as I am. They all are. Much as that van you were looking at, Getty?
550, but I reckon I can get him down to 500.
All right then, Paul. 500 quid.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it later?
500 quid. And a signed photo of the Shangri-La's.
Okay.
It's like my dad used to say, if they can't buy you, they can't own you. And it's not like that song was mine. Teenage Kicks didn't belong to me. It belonged to everybody. And anyway, Rudy and the Outcasts were going to be even bigger. Well, weren't they?
First some in Undertones and Teenage Kicks.
Does that make you think a wee bit of the Beach Boys?
Makes me think of that large hole in Terry's bank account.
You're starting to sound like an accountant.
You're turning me into one.
Look at the state of those trousers. How come they're on TV and we're not?
You write some new songs and then get you on TV.
How are we getting on here, Andrew?
Me too.
Hold on.
Terry Hooley?
Yeah.
The godfather of Belfast punk? We would like to make an interview with you. So it all started for you in 1977-76.
No. Way before that. Here. Wait till I tell you. It's in the 60s. I'll feed us in, guys. Brought you your lunch.
Thanks.
About last night. You know me once I get started.
Why did you think I'd ever let you get started? I'm pregnant. Well,
I'm gonna be a daddy. It's unbelievable. It's brilliant.
do you remember the day we moved into the house? You told me I was everything.
And you didn't want to be.
That's not what I said. I said...
You'd settle for being the most important thing.
From now on, we'll both have to settle for being the second most important.
Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream.
The first time you're told you're gonna be a father, in the middle of all that joy and excitement and anticipation, who doesn't shite themselves too? But it was all gonna be absolutely fine. All I had to do was work twice as hard and make sure nothing fell through the cracks.
Every time I see you, it makes me realize the pressure's on every single day. The pressure's on every single day. Can't stop you.
This is Terry Hooley. Yes, that Terry Hooley. Well, that's very nice of you to say so. I've been watching your show. Some decent band on. Come on. How about putting on a really great one? Brian? Got some great news. It's over from London. Yeah. Brilliant. You want a drink? Hi. Couple of pints of orange, yes, please.
Every single day. The pressure's on every single day. The pressure's on me and you. The pressure's on me and you. The pressure's on me and you. The pressure's on me and you.
How did you manage that?
What are you crying about? Didn't I say I'd get you on TV?
Aye, to promote the record. Where's the fucking record?
Did you phone the pressing plant? Did they get the master?
Those useless bastards.
You knew months ago we were going to be on. All you had to do is put the record out in time.
All? Of the shop? The harp? You lot? The outcasts? Bank manager breathing down my neck? And a wife who's about to have a baby any day now?
It was our big chance and you fucked it up. I want the fuck out of this.
Are you going after them?
I'm not fucking going to the Susie gig.
That's not for another 6 hours.
Didn't say I was going straight to the Susie gig.
Would you not be better going home first? A wife about to have a baby any day?
The prison officer's murder has been claimed by the IRA in retaliation for what it calls the inhuman treatment of their colleagues in the Maze prison. Loyalist paramilitaries, meantime, have threatened to step up their attacks on the Catholic population. Now, 2 years ago, trouble sparked between police and fans when London punk rock band The Clash came to the Ulster Hall. Tonight, the venue plays host to another London band.
Hey, Ruth. Terry. No, you just missed him. Look, he was here all afternoon.
Hostilities between punk music fans and the authorities, or have things moved on in the interim? Our reporter, David Capper, is outside the hall with Belfast's own punk godfather, Terry Hooley.
I have to laugh at the great and good when they talk about punks being a menace to society. We should be thanking them, not hassling them. These kids aren't the problem for Belfast. These kids are the solution.
Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream.
Geddy, are you not at the gig?
Forever.
You have to come and get me. Geddy, this baby's coming.
Keep them dreams burning, baby. Keep them dreams burning forever.
Just a couple more, man, not stress. Look, I can see the kids.
Dream, baby, dream. Forever. Oh, dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream. Oh, dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream.
How long have you been here?
10 minutes.
You should have woken me.
Sleep when the baby sleeps. That's what my mum says.
What do you think?
She was like her mummy. She's gorgeous.
This is your daddy. He's an old charmer. Do you want to hold her?
My hands are shaking too much. Probably drop her. It's just nerves.
I couldn't get the champagne, Terry, but if you shake this, it'll pop the fuck.
Right, that's it. Out, all of you. Right now. Out. Thank you. Out, please. Move.
Can't believe you brought them with you.
So they're practically family.
But they're not, Terry. We're your family. I can't do this anymore. I need to get out of Belfast for a while.
Out of Belfast?
A friend of Ireland's has a house in Helens Bay.
You telling me you're leaving me?
I'm telling you, everything's different now. I love being with you. But I'm not afraid to do this on my own if I have to.
You won't have to.
Terry! Terry!
Terry! I need you to get those lads off my ward this minute.
I have to go.
You do.
Belfast this afternoon, the streets were thronged. 1969.
Where 5 deaths are confirmed. Of the blast were blown to pieces. Others lost limbs. Two cars, soldiers died in the vehicle.
For a revenge attack, if ever the
attacks against so-called economic
the bomber killed more than 5,000 bomb explosions. Security forces suggest
Right?
Hello?
Right?
You're drinking too much.
Dave, I always drink too much. Everybody we know drinks too much.
Well, this is different. There's something.
Something what?
You're carrying on like on a Led Zeppelin.
That's low. Anything else you'd like to say while you're about it?
I just think we have to try to hold things together.
Oh, do we? And will you tell us when we can take a piss, Dave? Or scratch our fucking arse? Stalinist.
Stalinist. Your dad's right.
What are you talking about, my dad?
You take on too much because you love the glory. You're not a socialist at all. You're a one-man fucking show. Terror, capital I.
Forgot your brandy?
Your situation is really quite grave. It's not just the overdraft, it's the accrued interest on the original loan. It's your tax returns. I can't stress it enough. You are in real danger of defaulting. You risk losing the shop and your collateral.
Right.
Our house. For God's sake, Terry, why didn't you tell me? All those mornings. Kids running away, fucking rain. I was telling myself, this is all right. This was what allowed us to open the shop. And all the time, it was our house.
One moment. I wasn't thinking. I never thought. I just did it. Same as with Big Time, I just did it. Same as with a tour, I just did it. Teenage Kicks, the harp, I just did it. It's how I operate. It's who I am. And you know what? I haven't done too badly.
Open your eye, Terry.
We saw your light on.
Thought I told you you were barred. Fuck away off and find some old ladies to frighten.
You're very funny. Isn't he, Hatchet? Isn't he very funny?
Aye.
Actually, this is a business call. Me and Hatchet's in a band now. Aren't we, Hatchet?
Where are?
Take me unit. Fuck's sake, behave. Thought you might be interested in our demo tape. But we're gonna call it The Only Good Walk's a Dead Walk. And then we thought The Only Good Cake. And then we thought The Only Good One's a Dead One. Cover pretty much everything.
I'd sooner sell bog rolls than Nazi shite like that.
You'll sell what I tell you to sell. I'm used to getting my own way. Ask the fellas you used to say would put me to bed. You made such a big deal about not letting me in here. And look at it. It's fuck all. You're fuck all. You're fucking lost.
Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile. No, him is to love him. And I do, 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 and I do. I'll be good to him. I'll be true to him. Someday there'll be a time when I'll make him mine. To know him.
Open your eye. Very funny. The other one. That must have been some door. What was it? A car ferry? Don't suppose there's any point in me mentioning the police.
They'd probably want to buy the door drink.
I never knew a wee boy as bad at keeping his head out of harm's way. And what does Ruth think about all this?
Yeah. Did your mother send you out with that?
Thought I'd better off her before she put the window in. She's getting herself worked up about me and Ruth.
She has very strong views on marriage. She wouldn't have stayed with me all these years otherwise. Remember that dig you had at me about all those elections? It wasn't 10. It was 12. The returning officer used to say if I was a horse, they would have shot me after the 6th. But do you know what? I have friends and comrades living all over this city. And do you know what else? In every election, I increased my vote. Victory doesn't always look the way other people imagine it.
Right. Couple of apologies are in order. Brian, do you want to start? I'm only messing you. Dave, I'll hold my hand up. I've taken my eye off the ball, but there's no time to argue. It's time to focus. We've got a gig to organise.
A gig?
Good Vibrations gig.
A fundraiser?
Yeah, fundraiser.
No harm to you, Terry, but unless you're charging £100 a head, I don't think a night at the Harp's going to save you.
Who said anything about the Harp?
The pound then. Oh, the Students' Union.
Try. Ulster Hall. Why not?
Well, because the Ulster Hall holds 2,000 people.
I know how many people it holds. I've been in it often enough.
Okay, we'll call in favours. We'll get Susie back to headline. Oh, fuck it. We'll call the Clash. Stiff little fingers.
Fucking show bands. We don't need them. It's a good vibrations gig. It's gonna be good vibrations bands.
30, we're talking 2,000 people. Be realistic.
What? Like you were realistic when you brought us round this place?
How many posters do you think you'll need?
We're fucking back!
Northern Ireland, for reasons best known to itself, is the last great stronghold of the punk world. And the Ulster Hall Bill tonight represents the largest ever gathering here of homebred punk and new wave bands on one stage.
Where the fuck is everyone?
It'll be all right. They'll come.
You know we've hardly sold a ticket.
John fucking Peel.
Always nice to get the full name.
I can't believe you're here.
You gave me the best 2 minutes and 28 seconds of my life. How could I not come? I'm just glad I got here in one piece.
Rough journey?
Oh, no, the flight was fine. I mean getting through the doors of this place. You mean you haven't had a look out the front?
Can you not just throw the doors open?
I'd be within my rights to shut them all together. Half of them are full drunk and the other half are trying to run in without paying.
He's on the guest list. Move your arse.
What about my boots?
People always say Belfast is the best audience.
And now here's your best band, The Outcasts.
I was born in 59. I see no point in being alive. I see no point in being clean. I see no point in anything. Oh, mommy always seemed to feet out to wash his stubble little jacket out. To pick a dad up for an old scout and give him pills when he's ill. Oh, he doesn't seem to realize little Jackie is now a problem child. She asks the doctor, what's wrong with him? The doctor says, oh, another teenage rebel, another spotty problem kid, another teenage rebel.
Right, Sharon, thanks, mate.
Isn't it incredible?
It's fucking unbelievable.
Best night ever!
Harry, we have made a loss. We have packed out the Ulster Hall and we've somehow made a fucking loss. Your man at the front says you're the longest guest list in the Hall's entire history, longer than all the other guest lists put together, and all of it apparently carried in your head. Terry, the whole point of tonight was to raise money for your shop.
No, Dave. No, it wasn't. Not the whole point. Money couldn't buy what we've just done.
You and your guest lists.
I'm sorry.
Sure, it's only bricks. You're wanted. But you still owe me 40 quid.
I've made some bad decisions in my life. I haven't been in the winning side very often. But there were no winning sides back in. So, like my dad said, the trick was to get yourself on the right side. The side of the angels.
Terry is our leader! Terry is our... No leaders! No godfathers! Thank you for coming. When I look out at you all gathered here, it confirms something I've always felt. When it comes to punk, New York has the haircuts, London has the trousers, but Belfast has the reason! Good Vibrations isn't a record shop. It's not a label. It's a way of life! We're gonna do an old Sonny Bono number because we fucking can. Do
cry for you. And I'll pray for you. And I'll do all the things that the man upstairs says to do. I'll do it all for you. I'll do it all for you.
see her every